Hello, welcome to the Healing Hearth. My name is Liz. I am an empath and intuitive, a tarot reader, a healer, and I'm so happy to be here with you, to share space with you, to do a quick pick a crystal reading, to see what it is we need to know, what we could prepare for this week, whatever comes through. I was going to set the intention about balance, about pulling things into balance, about understanding our own tolerance for our internal balance, and seeing how we could further improve upon and invite more peace by allowing things to balance out. I think that a lot of times we go whole hog into a lot of things, and I think that that's very linear thinking of like all or nothing, but the message that's been coming through for me today is a lot about balance between yin and yang, about rest and action. And so I just wanted to hold space and see if there were any messages that came through for other people. This is going to be a pick a crystal reading. My very first, I will put the timestamps below in the description. We have 3 really beautiful options, but before we do that, I just want to ground our energy and settle ourselves in for this reading with a little prayer and grounding exercise. So if you're ready, willing, and able with me, let's get into it, yeah? Okay, so if you're able to place both feet firmly on the ground, and if not, just imagine them there. It's cool, it's fine. We're gonna take a deep breath in. We're gonna let it out. I just want to invite you into this moment, to let go of the day, to let go of the script that runs in your head, to put down the drama and welcome in peace just for this moment, just for a second. With each inhale, imagine this beautiful white radiant light, this column of protection surrounding you at this time. In this beautiful egg of protection, you can be and say whoever you want to be and be your most authentic self. It's safe to be your most authentic self here. I honor your most authentic self. I ask that we ground our energy ever deeper into the earth. We return any energy that is not ours to the earth, to Mother Earth Gaia. We thank her for her nourishment, her nurturance, for allowing us to call her home. Connect to each and every one of our soul stars, allowing the divine knowledge, our inner knowing, our highest self to communicate to us more easily, more freely, without judgment, just with observation. To allow that connection to be steadfast and loyal. To understand that answering to our highest self is standing in our authenticity and into our truth. We release the day, the opinions of others, the external need for external validation, the victimhood, the martyrdom, victimization, any negative entities, negative attachments to addictions that no longer serve, codependency, substance. We surrender that at this time and allow us to be our natural, authentic, organic selves. We invoke angelic protection and know that we are protected at this time always, 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 always. And we thank for the continued protection of Archangel Michael and all of our guardians, our ancestors, our angels at this time. I ask that only the highest, the brightest, the best information made available at this time come through, be channeled through me, a divine spirit. Please protect me, spirit, and allow me to bring my energy back to myself upon conclusion of the reading for each of these groups. Please allow me, spirit, to speak honestly and integrity from a place of wholeness, of a place of honesty, a place of truth, a place of light, a place of love, always, forever, steadfast. Ashe, thank you, spirit. Okay. How's that? Let's get into the options, yeah? Alright, so for pile number 1, for group number 1, I have this beautiful Sodalite here. This calls to you. That's group number 1. I really love this piece. This really helps with sleeping. I leave this in my guest room when I have people staying over, and they always comment that they sleep so much better. So a little bit of Sodalite. That's pile 1. Pile 2, I have this piece of coral I found on the beach that I just really dig. That's fancy, just coral. You know, if you feel called to the sea, Yamaya vibes, yeah. That's pile 2, is coral. And pile number 3 is, this is Gwendolyn. This is Gwen. She's so cute. She's my Pyrite babe skull. And she's for group number 3, for pile number 3. So go whatever group you feel called with. I'm gonna post them in the description box of when they are, where they are, or watch the whole thing. That's also encouraged. But for now, we're gonna start with our Sodalite group, yeah? So we call in all the angels, the ancestors, the sentient beings, the guides, the highest selves of those that are in group 1, the Sodalite. And we ask, what is most needed for balance at this time? Let's connect. Ooh. My heartstrings feel tugged. My heart feels tugged. I feel like I want to cry. I feel pulled in 2 directions. The word softness just came through. Queen of Cups. Ooh. This group's going through a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. I don't... Okay, so what came through was peace. Ride the wave, surf the wave. Surfboard. Sorry, that's just me. I'm not making light. I feel like you're really plagued, maybe a little emotional. Maybe you're crying a lot. Maybe you're a mom who's having a child move out of the house, or changing your living arrangement, changing custody. And I feel like there's a balance to be had about following your heart, but also staying practical by allowing yourself to be emotionally open and allowing yourself to be vulnerable, but also having a more pragmatic side of like okay, I've purged this. I've purged this. It's kind of feeling like stuck in the pain of the moment of a hurtful situation. And it feels very heavy. It feels like I'm having a hard time talking. My throat is kind of closing off. And it might just feel like you don't really have a right to say something in a certain situation. But we're just flowing with it, and we're keeping that in mind, which is great. That's good. Oh, we got, oh. Okay. This is definitely mother vibes. I'm feeling like this is a family, and part of me for saying this, it feels like very, like someone's just not holding themselves to their word. Like they painted themselves in this really great picture, and now that you're up close to the painting, you're like, that's not paint, that's ketchup. Like this is a really half-assed attempt, and this person is just not giving you your best, and it's making you feel like really overwhelmed, overexhausted. It kind of asking like, where's your integrity? Where's your integrity to this outside person? And the 8 of Cups is like a want to run away, because it's just becoming emotionally a little too, it makes you feel vulnerable and fragile, and you're kind of asking yourself of like, is this worth it? Am I gonna get the payback on my investment, or am I just putting myself through heartache? Because you're not dealing with the most honest person. Or perhaps this is you having trouble with honesty with yourself. 7 of Pentacles, deep-rooted. This has been like slowly coming to a head. It's like you were trying to build a life, build off potential that was promised to you, and it wasn't necessarily delivered. And so it almost feels like it's too late. like very old-fashioned, like this is your bed, you must lie in it kind of vibe, which is not cool, not true. I mean, feel what you want to feel. You're Queen of Cups, baby. Cry it out, honestly. Journal it out, cry it out. You're entitled to your feelings. But this illusion that you're painting for yourself of like stuck, like this is deep rooted and this is my choice and therefore I must stay with it. I don't get the sense that that's the truth, and I want to be clear about that. Yeah, Four of Wands came out. There's a happier outcome elsewhere, and it just takes rebalancing your expectations of like balancing between allowing someone to say good words and say good promises, but also giving them the space and the place to kind of show you. Because it's kind of time to perform now. It's time. It's time. Like, we've been waiting for years. We've been waiting for years for this. Where are you? Five of Wands. It's getting feisty. There are a lot of fights. There's a lot of he said, she said. There's a lot of aggression. There's a lot of anger, but it's like sad anger because it truly stems from a place of not feeling heard and not feeling valued. And I feel that right in my solar plexus, because what comes to mind is like, am I worthy of better? Or is this the best I'm gonna get? And I don't think that's the truth. I'm gonna be honest. Oh my god. And the cards that came out here, we got the Ten of Swords and we got the Star card in the reverse. And so I'm not seeing that this is like a rebalance for you. I'm seeing this as more of a reframe for you, where you have taken this as far as you can reasonably go without continuing to deny yourself of joy and of acceptance. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like you signed up for the potential that's not paying out, and therefore you just don't think that the potential that you saw is for you. Like, you still see the potential in this person, and yet they choose to do not better, even though they know what they're doing. They know that they're disappointing. They know that they're selling you short on an investment, on a relationship, on a marriage, whatever. Could be business. I don't think this is business. I think that this is like a love life reading. I'm getting real love life vibes. And listen, I'm not one to talk. I am a hermit. I love to be by myself. I don't like to waste my time dating people that are not worth my time, people that, because I'm a potential chaser. I totally am. Because when you're light, I think it's very human to see the potential and the good in everything. And so, yeah, in Seven of Cups, it's like cloudy. It's kind of like they're gaslighting you, or you're gaslighting yourself and thinking that it's not as you appear. It must just be you. It must just be your emotions. It must just be da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Insert classic excuse here, and then the Hierophant on the bottom. It's kind of like, well, this is the structure I was taught. This is what I was told was acceptable. This is what I saw my parents do. My parents fought all the time when I was growing up, so that's just what marriage is. Or, going off of other people's opinions, other people gaslighting you, other people that they're really close to this person, and they're like, oh, they can do better, they will do better, and they're just fucking not. And so it's kind of like the words that you hear from other people gaslighting you aren't checking out to like what your actual reality is. And it's almost too painful to be in the reality, and that's the balance. There we go. That's the balance I'm seeing, is it's like it's too painful to be in the reality of the moment because it feels like failure and it feels like your own shortcoming. It is not your shortcoming. It is not your shortcoming. Let me clear that up right now. This is a person who knows better than they're doing. And they're making you feel bad as a result of it, because they're not operating from this place of integrity and of accountability. It's kind of like, I want what I want, and that's it. And you're the queen of cups here, right? So it's like, when you have someone who's very self-centered, who doesn't actually think about you, or can't bring themselves to prioritize you and what you need because it steps on a trigger of their own internal vulnerability, they're gonna fucking gaslight you, and it's gonna keep happening. It's gonna keep happening. Do you want this to be your life? Do you want this to be permanent? I don't think so. I don't think so, but I think you're accepting it. And listen, no blame, no shame. This is just what it is. You're accepting it as that's the best you can do, and it's like, I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach. Sorry. It's like, this is done. This is done. This is a dead relationship. This is a dead limb, and they are sucking your energy from you. It feels very succubus. It feels very parasitic because they're gaslighting you. They're like, nothing's wrong. It's clearly on you. It's not on me. And it's like, So let's see what the advice here is. I keep staring at the Star card in the reverse. I don't think you realize how lucky people are to have you in their life. You always think about what other people do for you, but it almost hurts to look at what you do for other people. Or if you look at it that way, then you kind of veer your actions and reactions in a more people-pleasing way, which is human. Sorry, it's human. But I don't think you realize in the organic moments where you're just yourself, or you're just a good friend, or you're just a listening ear, or you're just a hug, or you're just whatever, something that seems really minuscule to you. I don't think you realize that the value that that infuses into the people of your life. And you deserve to have that same kind of like, wow, this person's really sweet, that person's really great. You deserve to feel that about this relationship, whatever form it takes. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else you want to say? I heard the words hold them. Just hold, just hold. And I feel like, I'm gonna be honest, so the King of Cups came out. So now with this balance, this being the advice, the King of Cups for my Sodalites, and this where you are the Queen of Cups, this is your balance. This is the balance we're shooting for. We're shooting for balance of emotional intelligence. We're not looking to be a doormat, and we're not looking to be an ice queen. We have our emotions, but we're not going to let them run us. We're not going to let us get taken advantage of. We're not going to let us be smothered and drowned for our own ambitions, for our own way that we deserve to live our life authentically and in our truths. And so I feel like there's more of like a reality check. A reality check. You're really run by your emotions right now, and that's totally fine. That totally happens. And it's very, very human, and frankly, I don't blame you with the vibes I'm getting off this situation. Like, girl, invest in Kleenex. Or boy, whatever. But I just don't think your king is out here, and you're hanging out with this joker. Court jester. Why? Why would you waste the queen's time like that? You are a queen. And I think that's the reality check that needs to happen, is that you do deserve respect. You deserve more than just the bare minimums, than just the crumbs people are giving you. And I'm seeing just like a call for realistically looking at your emotions and like challenging those feelings. Like when you're like, I feel abandoned because he ignores me. It's like, are you abandoned though? Or is he just too pussy to pay to play? You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like trouble in paradise. I don't think it's an end-all be-all. I think it's just a very real conversation you need to have. It's and be just honest. You know, my expectations aren't met. This is not what I signed up for in this marriage, in this relationship. You said you were like this. You were like this months ago when you wooed me. Now you have me and you're dropping the fucking ball. or it's been years, like years of losing interest and years of paying into an investment that just doesn't pay out. When do you cut your losses? Because it's not a loss of them, it's a loss of yourself, a loss of your own joy, a loss of your own peace. And to rebalance that, I just think it's more of a, you know, I think it's really great to be in touch with your emotions, but I also think that maybe look at it as like, are you allowing yourself to be a martyr? Are you allowing yourself to like go up on the cross and say it's all your fault when it's really not? Gomez is joining us. Hi Gogo. How are you, boo boo? That's it. Oh gosh, that's it. Let's see. I'm gonna pull from this deck. This is, I don't know what deck this is. It's words. I just feel like you're very literal and you're going, just because you need the words. You need the words for comfort right now. Because the feelings are fine, but they're not really offering you comfort. So I'm just gonna pull from this random deck that I collect so many cards. I'm gonna just see what comes out here. Oh, it's backwards. You are divinely supported. And connect with your inner guidance on the bottom. Guys, don't be afraid to begin again. It's gonna be okay. It really is. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay that you got duped. You got duped. You got sold a lemon, baby. Sorry, it is what it is. You were sold a lemon. Go get a new car. Alright, let's see. We're gonna see the sacred self-care work. I'll see how we can take care of ourselves in this rebalancing. I love how violently these cards come out, you know what I mean? There's just something so beautiful in chaos. Okay. The first one that came out was energy work. You might be getting into Reiki. You might be feeling that, getting some support in the emotional body. I feel like if you found a Reiki instructor or Reiki practitioner, or myself, if you wanted to reach out for some emotional body healing, that might be a good complement of working to empower yourself into starting this new venture again, into starting a new relationship, into leaving the old, which is really just accepting that new can come in. So energy work I got for you. I got sound healing. Music is really healing. And just the vibrations, honestly, 432 hertz sound bowls for like 20 minutes in a bath. Oh, give it to me. I got connect with your ancestors because I feel like this is kind of a trend that's been happening ancestrally in your line. And so now you're like, oh shit, everyone else is probably miserable too, because when you go to your family, they're going to gaslight you. Remember what I said? And they're going to be like, oh no, that's just what marriage is. That's just how it is. And it's like, it doesn't have to be though. Why are we accepting bare ass minimum? Drink tea. Drink tea. That'll kind of soothe the throat chakra. Some honey when you have to, because you've been yelling a lot. Have some honey and lemon in your tea, right? Soothe that throat and vision board. What do you want? This is giving me like, what do you want though? But what do you want? You wanted this isn't panning out. Now what? How would you tweak? How would you change? What new would you invite in? And just be open to it. Be open to the answers that come. So that's my group number 1. I wish you all the best. I wish you protection through this hard time. I am with you, sister. Solidarity. Do what's best for you. You deserve it. You know? Alright, thanks for hanging in there, group 1 Sodalite. And with that, we're gonna go to group 2. My coral. My random coral babes. Isn't she cute? I feel like I was pulling, like, there might still be sand that comes out. Yeah, there's still sand. Ooh. Everything begins with a little ripple. And the geometry is like so cool. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm geeking out over my own coral. All right, group 2. Let's see what you need to balance, babes. I release the energy of group 1 and step into group 2. I ask that the angels, the ancestors, and the sentient beings that surround group 2, their highest selves, come forward and communicate with me and let me know what needs rebalancing for group number 2. What's the need for balance? Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to be a channel and divine protector. Okay. I'm seeing green. Might be getting on a little bit of a health kick. A little bit of a health kick. I'm getting back in that gym. Things are opening back up again. Feeling a little helpful. Feeling like new. Very new. Very Aries. Very spring. We got the 2 of Cups. The Star card again in the reverse. Y'all. Page of Wands. And Ace of Pentacles. So, alright, few things coming to mind. Girl, you don't even know how magical you are. I don't think you see yourself accurately. I think that you're kind of like painting yourself in this outdated lens, and I feel a call for like getting to know yourself again, of learning who you've grown into. Little trip of your own, off for one, like go to the beach by yourself and like just allow yourself to sit there. It doesn't have to be long. It can be like 30 minutes. You know, I know attention span is hard nowadays. And I'm feeling like this is like a really folding into yourself. Like you're right on the precipice, and it feels weird. It feels weird because this is a new way of being. This is a new approach. This is a new newfound level of respect for yourself. And that's very new, and it feels like a gift. It feels like a gift, but you don't really know what to do with it, right? You're kind of like open, and you're just like, okay, I started this new enlightenment journey. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Welcome to the club. We meet on Tuesdays. Just kidding. But maybe. I feel like this is kind of finding newfound respect for yourself, finding new compassion for yourself, forgiveness for yourself. And this is like really a chapter that you're walking into. I'm hearing the ocean waves, and I'm hearing the calm, so calm. But there's like a nervousness in the calm. Whoa, we got the Sun card, the Emperor card, and the Chariot card. It's like you're embracing this new day, but you're not really sure how to hold yourself to your own personal goals. Because with this newfound respect for yourself, you're realizing that you don't really fit into the group that you have surrounded yourself with. And you're looking for new. You're presenting new. But the balance thing that I'm getting here is that we really need to work on that fear of telling people our truths, of defaulting to people pleasing because it's easier to swallow, because that's how we've been trained. They're saying you're not unprepared in this because you've told someone a thing or two before. 2 Pentacles. I feel like this is just a remembering who you are, remembering to stand in your power, to stand in your authenticity, to stand in your integrity, to not accept less than that which you deserve, of saying that you are worthy of success, of worthy of joy, worthy of peace, and not putting that aside for anybody. I actually feel like you're pretty balanced. It's just like kind of getting the oomph to charge ahead. You know, it's like you have all these things inside you. You're not lacking anything. You don't need more skills. You don't need more practice. You don't need, like, you've been talking about it forever and ever and ever. Like you journal about it. You're like kind of obsessed about it. Like, I want to be this new, but it's kind of like when you're put to the test, when you're put around your tribe, it's really easy to fall into old habits. It's really easy to fall into the way things used to be because they were that way for so long. It's so comfortable. It's not comfortable because it's good. It's comfortable because it's familiar. And humans take a lot of, ego minds take a lot of comfort in familiarity. Which, like, duh, don't we all? And I just feel like they're like, you're overthinking this. As I said, you have ruminating thoughts about wanting to be better, wanting to do better, but I just feel like you got the key. The key is you recognize how beautiful and how divine and how special you are, how bright you shine, and how that deserves respect, and how that, first of all, demands your own respect. And so I don't think that you're like, you got it. You got the lesson. Why do you keep feeling like you're lacking? Let's see what the lack is. What's the fear of lack? Thank you. Oh, you have so many twos. I feel like once you get over this rebalance hurdle, there's going to be like an option of romance, a new partnership, perhaps a new friend, like a really nice close friend that you can like confide in and be true to yourself with. So we got almost all the twos. I think we're only missing the Two of Wands. So we got the Six of Pentacles, we got the Two of Swords here. Of like, why? It's kind of like you're pulling the blinders over your own eyes by like ruminating over the same thing. Like you're expecting it to change, so you're changing it accordingly in your head, not really conscious of it, but it's just like almost like an anxious hyperfixation. It's like, God, I can't get off of this train, this thought. Yeah, we got the Five of Wands, the Tower, the Queen of Swords in the reverse. It's, you know, it's giving me like the foundation has crumbled and you are building a new foundation. So you are not going to feel the most experienced in doing so. It's going to feel a little shaky, Page of Wands. And you're kind of used to overextending and giving your power away to others, but now you're becoming more mindful, now you're becoming more conscious of how you bring that energy to yourself. But there's still balance to be struck there, right? Because it's like you're so hyper-fixated on what's wrong with you, you're not celebrating what's right with you. And it's kind of like saying goodbye to that victimdom. Victimhood? There we go. It's saying goodbye to that victimhood of like, you know, I'm not my captor anymore. I can be whoever I want to be. I give myself permission and forgiveness to be my most authentic self, regardless of what other people think. But it's like almost hyper-fixating. It's like clouding your judgment. It's like closing off your vision of what could be, right? And so I feel like the Queen of Swords, we've done the cutting out of people that are rotten. We've let the foundation crumble. We've let the unexpected wash over us. We've handled that. We've like killed it, man. Killed it. Heart expansion. So you had a big heart expansion about it. And the heart expansion happened when you learned and surrendered to the love of yourself. The love of your own inner guidance, your own inner self. And and you're willing to fight for you. And I love that. I love that. So I think the balance is just like, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so critical of yourself. Don't assume everything's wrong because you've been on this healing journey for however long. You know that there's light at the end of the tunnel, so why would you allow yourself to convince yourself that you are only wrong, that you can only be wrong? I just feel like some self-compassion and patience with yourself is really needed. And patience is hard. So if you need something to focus on patience. Talk about an infuriating task, right? Alright, let's see what my coral group do. Wants spirit to speak to them. Whoa, y'all chatty. Chatty! Yeah, on the bottom. You already know the way. Stop it. Stop worrying. God. Mind loves to complicate things because that's what it does. That's kind of the day job of the brain, is to just keep going on and on and on. And if there's no problems, then we're going to make problems because we want to solve problems because that's what we do. Chill. It's fine. It's fine. Your heart is expanding. What did I say? Heart chakra expansion. More compassion for yourself, more patience for yourself. The sun will rise. It's okay. You also got the sun cards. That's great confirmation. Find your inner light. You shine so bright. You know, you need to, like, be nice on yourself. Ground yourself in nature. This would be great. So when you get the ruminating thoughts, go outside, go sit under a tree, go imagine that you have roots growing out of your butt and you're just grounding into the earth. It sounds so, even if you go outside without shoes on, right, and you just feel like the dirt on your feet, you can wash your feet immediately after. Dirt washes away. It's cool, it's fine. But it's just like feeling the pulse of the earth. It just brings you back to the natural rhythm of the universe, which is peace. And that's why it's important to ground yourself in nature. This is your breakthrough. You're welcome. No, this is your breakthrough. It's a love revolution. It's a love revolution for yourself. Listen to your heart. There's value there. And be mindful of your thoughts. Don't let them run amok. Guys, I love these word cards because it's just confirmation that I got it right on the money. And let's do the Sacred Self-Care Oracle to see how we can care for ourselves during this time, to let the whirlwind settle. Deep breathing. Get outside, go breathe. Go, oh God. Go breathe with the trees. You got to sing. Singing that'll raise your vibration right up. And it's like almost when you're saying, and be mindful of the songs you are singing, right? There might be a message in there from you, from your own inner guidance, because you can trust your heart, remember. There's a message in the song. Put Your Records On is playing in my head. I think that's like just total solar plexus, sun vibes, freedom vibes. That's a great song. Go sing it. If you're singing songs with words, it can take your mind out of your ruminating thoughts and into a different dialogue. So be very mindful of what songs you choose to sing to. And journal. 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 It's okay. You don't have to be ashamed of your thoughts. You don't have to be ashamed of not feeling enough. But I feel like that's kind of where you're getting stuck on. Is it's like write them down and then challenge them. In nature. Make a picnic of it. Have a day of it. So thank you, group number 2, beautiful coral. I thank you for your support, for enjoying and hanging in for that reading. If you liked it, like this video, subscribe to my channel. There's going to be more where this is coming from. And with that, let's move on to pile number 3. This is Gwen's group. Gwen tribe! My beautiful Pyrite babes. So group 3. Gwen. Gwenny. I love her. Isn't she cute? I return the energy of everyone in group 2 and thank them and their guides and angels and all the sentient beings for their connections. I release that energy and call my energy back to myself at this time. I now invite the energies of group 3, Pyrite, and Gwendolyn. Allow me to be protected, to understand the message that's coming through of what we need to rebalance most. Ooh, like neck, like trap stuff. Trap, right? That's a gym thing, right? Trap, this is that muscle. Yeah, traps. These trap house vibes. Might be listening to trap music. Feeling a little, tough. Like you have to put on a hard persona, so you throw on some trap music. I mean, it's a way. I do that every once in a while. Not often, but once in a while. hot. You need to drink more water. Coffee is not water. Sorry. Hot take. Coffee is not water. Go drink water. Gosh. Hanged Man. This is you, baby. In the reverse. Y'all are just trying to do too much. You're trying to do too much. You're trying to do everything for everybody. You might be an overachiever. You might be a compulsive, anxious overachiever. You might feel like as if you're not right, you're wrong. I'm feeling control issues. I'm feeling a tendency towards manipulation. Not in a bad way. Not because of out of malice, but out of fear. Out of fear of feeling out of control. That's okay. It happens. Hierophant. It's like you're compulsively looking outside of yourself to control the external. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like the Hierophant card. I don't like it. You don't have to like every card in the fucking tarot deck. I don't like the Hierophant card. I even have, I call it my blessed deck, which is Hierophant-less because I got it and Gomez immediately chewed up the card, so it's a Hierophant-free deck. But Hierophant coming through in this way of like corporate ladder vibes. Like, this is the way it was, this is how we climb, this is the only way, this is the linear thinking, therefore I must push, push, push to achieve, and if I don't achieve, it's not a sign because it's not for me. It's a sign that I'm wrong, or they're wrong. Right? It's not being open to more possibilities. It's not allowing for wonder. It's not allowing for grace of you to change your mind. Why can't you change your mind? Why is that such a trigger for you? People change their mind all the time. You go out, right? You're like, I feel like tuna, but then like you realize the tuna salad you made 3 days ago is like kind of rank. You can change your mind and go have something else. No one blames you for it. No one shames you for it. It just was good at the time, and now it's not so great. It's not so savory. Not your best good. Not in your highest and best good. Magician card. Before going. Star card has come up every single goddamn time. Star card. Y'all, you need to believe in some dark times. Why are you making it such a dark time for yourself? It'll be dark if you give your power to other people. If you give the opinions to other people. Four of Pentacles. I was laughing at the Four of Pentacles with the Hanged Man here because this is all about like surrender. Surrender that doesn't work for you. It's not in your highest and best good. What's in your power? Why don't you start over? What do you really want to manifest? Like, what's your goal? Do you have an intention in this path, in this linear path, or is that just the path you were given and you didn't question it? Are you open to questioning the outside sources in your life? Are you open to challenging the status quo, the institutions, the hierarchies that you just accepted as fact in your life and be like, have they really earned this status? Have they actually earned this respectability? Is this a role that I even want? My manager is miserable all the time. Why do I want to go into management? Because that's the next step, you know? And I feel like the Two of Cups is just kind of like a little disconnect with yourself, a little disconnect with your own inner world, a disconnect with your own opinions, with your own feelings, because it's like I chose my sights on this path, on this goal so long ago, and there was intention at this time, but if you don't continually check in with your intention, what are you doing? What are you doing? What would like 8-year-old you say about that? You dreamt of being an astronaut, and now you're here just like going with the easiest fucking option for this job. Or you're really ambitious, and it's like what I'm ambitious for, I don't have the tools for, and therefore I'm just gonna like put it off until I get those tools. But you're really dragging your feet on those tools, man. Knight of Swords, cut the cut the crap. Magician card. This is like, you have all the tools that you actually need, and you better like hurry up and fucking make a choice, man. You gotta make a choice, because you keep talking, you keep talking, but no action. And it's because it's not aligned with you. And that's the truth. Is like, you like to talk a big game to seem big or seem good to other people. Judgment card. Sorry, this is like a little bit of a rude awakening, right? Because it's like, have you asked yourself what you want? Why do people always forget to ask themselves what they want? Why are we always asking other people what to do? I want you to be okay with just open it. Let's see what the advice is. Let's just see what the advice is. Because like, I feel your aggression, and I feel, if you haven't clicked out already, I feel the frustration with me. It's like, no, I want to make this work. I want to make this work. It's not fucking work. Stop putting a square in a round hole. You know what I mean? Like a round peg in a square hole, whatever. Because it's accepting that you're learning new parts of yourself, so you're letting this old part of yourself pass on. And that's hard. That's vulnerable. And so, like, yeah, we can try and power through our vulnerabilities and be like, no, everything's fine, I'm just working through. But like, Ten of Swords, Moon card, and the Wheel. Oh my god, the Moon and the Wheel are both in the reverse. You know everything that I'm telling you, but it's just been so inconvenient to hear up until this point. When are you going to actually listen? I feel like this is breaking old karmic ties of like doing what's expected of you, like doing what's expected of you, and you're stepping into this new chapter of doing what it is that you want to do. So you're like group 2 like 3 months ago. So if you really need to compulsively plan, go back and listen to group 2. But I think that this is just like, this is the end of the road. This is a dead end. This is not going to take you any farther to keep pushing on. You're still going to be unhappy. Things are going to change unless you change. Sorry. I just feel like a strictness that I need to do with this group. It just feels like you're kind of like allowing yourself to feel like you're the victim. And it's like, you are your own captor here. You are setting yourself in this deadlock. You are allowing yourself to be stuck here. Why would you let yourself do that to you? Who would you let do that to you? I have my galaxy light on here, so I have like little dots on my forehead. But do not take that as I'm not serious. Six of Cups is, this is really like a childhood wound. This is a childhood wound, and this is kind of like the, not justifying. What's the word I'm thinking of, Spirit? It's like wrapping up loose ends. It's saying goodbye to a chapter that you're really nostalgic for because it came from a place of hope and joy, and you haven't felt that in a while, so you don't feel like that's achievable anymore. And I hear you, I understand you, but it's like there is a balance to be struck here. There is a balance to be struck here where if we close this chapter, you can still look at it fondly, but you're skating a very thin line of how much of your own time and energy are you going to overinvest into this until you're resentful? And are you resentful now? It's time to be honest with yourself about that, and like, yeah, cut the shit out. Cut it out, because it's not your highest best good. You know it's not your highest and best good. There's no inspiration, there's no joy. It has a shelf life, and it's only a matter of time before it tips over into self-sabotage. And you know that. And if you want to cling on to that denial, you can, but that's not in your highest and best good. That's just accepting the wool over your eyes. Let's see what these say. These are the Speak with Spirit deck. Lost the title card, didn't come with the box, no manual. It's very upfront words. I felt a need for literalness today because some of you guys, almost all the groups, well, I guess group 1 also needed something very literal. I think you're very literal. You need to hear it like from the fucking verbatim because you just love this wool over your eyes. God help you, gosh. Well, if you don't like it, oh, we got one. Believe in the power of love. It's not silly. It's not immature to believe in the potential. There's another one. There we go. There's no shame in believing in the potential of that which doesn't exist yet. There's no shame in following what makes your heart happy. That's kind of like the whole fucking point of being here. Embrace your creative flow. When you feel impulsive towards something that's constructive, do it. Do it without expectations. See what happens. You don't have to think about the entire corporate ladder or the entire trajectory of where you would want to be. And if you just get an idea to do something, it's just a breadcrumbs from spirit. Follow it. See what happens. See what comes of it. And give this situation space. I feel like this is not this... You need a breather. You're going to burn out real quick. If you keep operating this way, you're going to burn out real quick. And don't you dare dim your light. Don't you dare! Don't sell yourself short. You're awesome. And you're mad that other people don't appreciate you're awesome? Okay. Let me move on to those who know I'm awesome. Because I am awesome. Alright, this is the Sacred Self-Care Oracle to see how you can care for yourself during this rebalancing. Thanks, Gwen. Love Gwen. Oh, I want more than one card. Come on. Alright, got two. Compromise. Sound healing. You got meditate. And connect with crystals. Do you like crystals? Maybe try it out. Clear quartz is great for clearing your mind. Black tourmaline is really great for grounding, recentering, also for protection. What else is coming through? Amethyst and citrine are coming through, which is great. That's like a lot of like joy in following your heart, following your intuition, following in the mysteries of life, but it coming from a place of clarity and groundedness, right? Because that's kind of the balance that needs to be struck. Meditate, just like quiet your mind, man. Like give the situation space. Let yourself have a breather. Alright. And with that, that's it, folks. Thanks for hanging in with me. If you like this video, if you want to see more, leave a comment. Give me a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until next time, friends, it has been such an honor holding space with each and every one of you. I return everyone's energy back to them. I call back my own energy into my home center. I wish everyone blessings, light, love, happiness, joy, peace. Because that's what we all deserve, right? Life in the pursuit of happiness. Have a good one. Bye.